Yo, what's going on, everybody? What up, what up, what up? We got some more of that Financial Wednesday stuff going on. So let's see what is going on in the state of the markets. Yo, yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what is going on out there? What up, what up, what up? How are all of you awesome people? Yo, Wheeling Crypto, yes, you beat out Jason the Tiger Osborne. Yo, you are the first one in. We got Jason coming in with the FAs. And Wheeling's like, there are people in here that are not hitting that like button. Guys, definitely, like my man over there, Wheeling Crypto, is saying, smash that lizardy like button. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell notification, make sure that thing is toggled on for all notifications. This way, you know when your boy drops a video. Yo, that's what's up. That's what's up here. So we got a bunch of topics to go over for today, guys. Some interesting stuff. Let's go ahead and dig right on in, guys. Yo. BIS greenlights banks to hold 1% to 2% in crypto. What this means, guys, is that the commercial banks across the world now can hold between 1% to 2% of their Tier 1 capital in crypto following a decision by the Basel Committee oversight body. The group of central bank governors and heads of supervisors endorsed a finalized prudential standard on bank crypto exposures on Friday. The group of central bank governors classifies cryptos into tokenized stocks / bonds and stable coins, traditional assets, which don't have a limit. And actual cryptos like Bitcoin or ETH, or for like cryptos like Bitcoin or ETH. So they think that that Bitcoin is, Ethereum is in the same category as Bitcoin. We'll see how that burns them in the long run. Of course, they're going to like something that they can probably control. Bitcoin is just, everybody wants this too. I guarantee that's how it goes. For the latter, a bank's total exposure to a Tier 2 crypto assets should not generally be higher than 1% of the Tier 1's capital and must not exceed 2% of the bank's Tier 1 capital. So take, for instance, JP Morgan has the biggest Tier 1 capital at $263 billion. So they can hold $2.6 billion in crypto. One Capital on the other hand, Capital One on the other hand, has Tier 1 at $28 billion. So they can only hold $280 million worth of crypto. However, exceptions are made if the crypto is being held as a hedge. So if a bank is selling long Bitcoin futures on CME and buy spot Bitcoin to hedge the long in case the price does go up. So if the bank is they're what they're saying right there is that the banks are going to be betting against Bitcoin, and then they're going to have a futures long on there to hedge it just in case the price goes up instead of plummeting the way that they're hoping it will. So basically, they're going to allow these banks to gamble with your money, because you got to remember, Tier 1, this is cash on hand. That's your money. Let's just put it this way. That's FTX betting against you. Right there. Let's just call the kettle black on this one. The banks don't have fucking money. They are broke. Every last fucking one of them. The only Tier 1 capital that they have in there is the fucking money you guys are supplying your local bank. So if nobody banks with them, guess what? Their Tier 1 money supply is nothing. Then they become just a lending service. with no tier 1 capital. However, so in addition, the custodies of customers, cryptos does not appear to count either, making this more about banks' own assets. Some studies have found that exposures to crypto provides higher risk-adjusted returns in the modern portfolio theory. So they're gonna go gamble on bullshit for you. This is why you shouldn't. This is where Bitcoiners are like, get on zero. Zero fiat. Get into a Bitcoin standard and get out of the fucking markets. But I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just saying what I've already done. In 2018, when the studies were first reported, their findings, they recommended that at least 1% of the portfolio should go towards Bitcoin holding. In later year studies have increased recommendations to about 10%, but the Basel Committee appears to now just allow 1%. Banks can increase their threshold to 2% under stricter conditions, with the decision potentially paving the way for greater intentions between crypto and the traditional financial system. So they'll allow them to do a 1% short with a 1% futures market to hedge it so that they don't actually lose money. This is them saying that they're gambling with your money. This is fucking amazing, right? That is absolutely amazing that they're being greenlit to do this, considering that none of these banks nor central banks have any money. Every last one of them are broke. They can't. They are money creation faster than they can fucking hold on to it. And the government, since the pandemic started, that they created fucking, you're having these banks used to have so much collateral on hand to cover their positions of their loans. And since the scamdemic, they took all that away. So they're able to do whatever they want as they need. And basically they're printing money faster than the Federal Reserve can issue treasury bills. I'm just saying. That to me, that's like a wild way to be able to get into the market where that the fucking banks are going to do the same thing to Bitcoin that they've been doing to fucking gold since the 70s, which is price suppression through artificial sell orders that never come. And so it's just got this artificial market sell pressure that doesn't really exist. And it's because of the banks. Because as long as the banks can continue, because they've got such big capital allocation, they're able to sit there and push price down and allows them to buy. And they won't let it come back up. Look at fucking gold. Gold's price should be way higher than where it's at. But you have these central fucking banks that have massive fucking short positions on it that's artificially pushing the price down. And everybody fucking knows it. But nothing is done about it. This is where I think that if you're a bank, you shouldn't be allowed to fucking play the market. You're a bank. You are a lender. So basically they're a lender, they're a borrower. So they're going to borrow if they don't have. They're a lender to other people and businesses and yada, yada, yada. And then they store money. That's all their job is. Why they play in the fucking in stock markets is fucking ridiculous, because that's just no different than FTX and what they did. It's just that FTX did it with no regulations. They're allowing the fucking banks to do the same thing. Mark my words, this is what's going to fucking hold Bitcoin price down for a little while until the market can figure out how to use this to disadvantage them. This is just my personal thoughts on that. And if you guys are into Ren Protocol, this was something that I kind of came up across. I know it's not really so much finances, but it does have finances at risk. So let's dig into it. Ren Protocol to shut down and launch a new network with millions at risk. Ren Protocol, if you guys didn't know, had ties in with FTX. Yep. So they're trying to basically fork it away so that I don't see how this is going to save them at all. But basically, if you have Ren, you're going to have to bridge it over so that you can get your tokens bridged back to native chains. They are at risk of being lost forever anytime soon. As soon as they get done doing this, game over. Ren Protocol will basically screw people over. And one of their tweets was like, reminder of the Ren assets needs to be bridged back to the representative native chains ASAP. The Ren 1.0 network is likely to imminently shut down, and remaining assets are at risk of being lost. Boom! Ren 1.0 to shut down due to the Alameda exposure. The platform interoperability and liquidity between different blockchain platforms was announced to speed up its upgrade to Ren 2.0. Alameda Research funded the Ren protocol in 2021. The platform now only has a runway till the basically end of the year. Due to this reason, the development team believes in shutting down Ren 1.0 at the earliest. Today, the Ren protocol proposed an announcement on Twitter urging users to withdraw funds from the protocol ASAP or risk losing your funds. There is a lot of frustrating sentiment amongst the community. Totally, I would understand that too. They just got gut punched because FTX is a scammy shithole company that was stealing from people and fucks over anybody that even touches it. So according to the data from DeFi Llama, the Ren protocol has over 35 million in total value locked in TVL, which consists of 31 million in Ethereum network. As the Ren bridge doesn't require users to submit their email ID, social media is the only means through which the team can communicate this update. The community heavily criticized Ren stating that those who are not active on social media are getting rug pulled, which to a point. People who just have it on there and they just kind of put it in there, walked away, thought everything was good. It's not so much they're going to get rugged. It's that the network's going to shut down and anything in those wallets are going to get burned. That's different from being rugged. Rugged would mean that the developers took the money and ran. Developers aren't going to be taking it. When they shut the network down, assets are lost permanently. That's permanent losses, period. They are stating that they never lost funds when the banks upgraded their servers. At the same time, others doubt on the decentralization of the Ren protocol for making such sudden decisions. Exactly. It shows you that it is not decentralized because the dev team themselves can just go, yeah, we're going to do this. And the users and anybody that's supporting it really doesn't have any say-so. That's when you know you're dealing with a centralized shitcoin. Ren is one of those very many centralized shitcoins and things on which I will never use. Thankfully, I never have, and this is not a problem for me. So, dear God, please, people, stop using fucking centralized shitcoins. FYI, that is all of them. Unless you're into fucking gambling, but just admit to yourself that you're gambling. And that you might have a gambling problem if it consists for too long. Not Joe Keys, not Joe Crypto. Truth, my man, truth. So, they're basically saying that if you got anything else to sit there and say, you can join. You can join them in Twitter. Try to get information from them, all that stuff. If you are utilizing the Ren Network, get your shit off of there now. You should have already been in the Bitcoin, but let this be your lesson to get in there now. That's just kind of how it is. Interesting other stuff. So we all know that PayPal is wanting to set up, they've set up Bitcoin stuff. They're going to be implementing Ethereum. We'll get onto that one. But who else is dropping their hat into the ring to get their own debit card, guys? Would never have thought of it. Polygon with their NFT debit card. Now, I will never acknowledge this this marketing scam terminology of Web3. Let's just call it for what it is. It is marketing scam to make people have that clickbait shit on something that really does not fucking exist. It is not a new internet. You are just merely running on somebody else's network. Let's just be real about this. So Polygon has partnered up with neobanking app Pi to create a platform to mint Polygon NFTs. As the face of focus, as the face of the debit card. The move follows other strategic partnerships from Polygon, which has collaborated with Starbucks and Magic Eden. So they're basically looking at this as being the face of the debit card. It's you're going to be able to use cash, Bitcoin, Polygon, Ethereum. It's probably going to have your major players on this, right? Considering that I would be surprised if it doesn't have a whole lot of other things that they're going to be allowing into it. Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, maybe a few other ones. Yo, what up, Golden Wolf? So it's like I think with this, if you own an NFT, you'll be able to get that NFT as the face of your credit card. But you pretty much think of this as like a prepaid credit card type of deal. You're gonna have to load it up on there and sell it if you want to use this card as they're trying to market it to be utilized. So basically, they're going to try to set it up like Cash App and Venmo or whatever app that you guys are using for Bitcoin payment structures. I know I utilize Cash App just because it's pretty easy to set up for me. Works very, very nicely. The interface on it's pretty easy. And they've got a Lightning Network built right into it. So I'm even happier about that. It's like I know it's going to be fucking, KYC and stuff like that, but at the end point for the on ramp and off ramp, you're doxing yourself anyway. So it is what it is. And I'm not trying to get around any kind of tax implementations. By the time I get done at the end of the year, I really don't owe money from anything. That's just how it's been. I claim all my shit, so do not worry about me on that one. So I'm going to be basically trying. I'll be keeping an eye on this one. It will be done through MasterCard. So it'll have a MasterCard backing up on there. So anywhere where MasterCard is accepted is what, this is going to be accepted in the same way. So you can have, a holiday photo or profile picture for the cover of the debit card without paying any gas fees. It's kind of cool. I don't get into the whole, NFT market or anything like that. You guys know that. But at the same time, most people are losing money with their NFTs. So, I mean, I don't see how this is going to be sustainable long term, but I could be wrong. I think if anybody's going to do anything with these MasterCards, is they'll have the face of it, have their NFT that they like the most, big deal, and they're going to use cash. This is going to turn out to be a whole nothing sandwich, in my opinion. I don't think, because who out there is going to want to sit there and sell a NFT that they own at a loss to buy Starbucks? Not going to happen. So most people don't spend crypto at a loss. Just saying. Most people are going to hold on to that stuff, and they're going to switch over to cash at this point. So I just see a little integration of NFTs into it. I don't think it's going to get adoption the way that some people are going to think that this is going to work out. I think this is a nothing sandwich. There has been other ways to be able to spend shitcoins, and we don't see anybody fucking using them. I'm just saying. The one that gets used is that sweet busy Bitcoin. Everybody else, not so much, because let's be real, it's gambling. You're hoping that the price is going to go up so you can get what? More Bitcoin. Yeah. So, I mean, some people might disagree with me on that one. If you do, let me know in the chat, or if it's after this video is posted, let me know in the comments down below, dude. Comment down below if you agree with me or not. I think this is going to be a nothing sandwich. Just the same way I think the whole PayPal thing is a nothing sandwich. I wouldn't fucking utilize anything crypto related and tying it into PayPal, considering that they'll fine you for misinformation. But PayPal partners with crypto firm ConsenSys to create a convenient way to buy Ethereum. So they're going to be basically utilizing ConsenSys's vast knowledge and resources to help them set up basically a payment structure in Ethereum, and probably a way for the community to purchase through MetaMask wallet, through PayPal. So, basically and I wouldn't buy anything with fucking PayPal. Don't buy crypto with PayPal. The interest, guys, if you've got the cash, just fucking use your cash. Just saying. Don't fucking put it on credit, guys. That's how people fucking get rizzity wrecked. Yes. Ethereum is kind of the new Luna. And we're about to see it get fucked. So, according to a recent company announcement, as I've already said to you guys, MetaMask was partnering up with them. And today the ConsenSys announced that U.S. MetaMask users will be able to purchase ETH within the app using PayPal. So this is how PayPal is going to be offering Ethereum to its users. People aren't even utilizing the Bitcoin. Why? Because you can't fucking have the Bitcoin. Here it is again. You're now just linking your fucking PayPal to your MetaMask wallet. So basically, in order to use the PayPal, you gotta dox the ever-loving shit out of your MetaMask. Do you want everything that's touched your MetaMask wallet to be doxed? Because by proxy, if you hook up your fucking PayPal account to MetaMask, anything that's touched your MetaMask wallet, any other wallet, it can be tracked. It's a fucking blockchain. They now have backdoor access. I'm just saying, do not fucking link your MetaMask wallet to fucking PayPal. If you do that, you will get everything you deserve for it. Mark my words. Do not do it, people. Especially, oh, look, he did some misinformation on that Twitter's. And Twitter reported directly to them going, yeah, this user. Because they'll make everybody get that fancy blue check mark. Otherwise, you can't post. You're in a read-only mode. So basically, you got to dox your Twitter account to verify you're a real person. And then they'll report right to PayPal. Misinformation. Bam. $2,500 fine. You ever watch that movie Demolition Man? You know how he was like, you've been fined, 25 credits for foul language. It's fucking coming, guys. If we don't fucking stop it right here, right now, stop fucking sitting here and supporting this type of junk. The more we support this stuff, the worse it gets. I'm just saying. And at the same time, there are senators out there that say that they might need to ban crypto. Says the U.S. Banking Committee chief. So Senator Sherrod Brown. So we could thank this person for this democratic language. Banning crypto could be an option for addressing all of the technology's related risks. Hey, there's a risk with shitcoins. We should ban it all. No, it's just shitcoins. Yeah, we should just all of it because I don't use the technology. So since I don't use it, just throw it in the trash, please. That's basically what he's saying. And it's all because of the whole FTX collapse. So he's sitting there going, well, if FTX collapse just represents one large part of the dangers of crypto, and it's not if you've got a friend that's fucking hiding your illegal activities, is it the exchange's fault or is it the individual who's running an illegal racket fucking in cahoots with the SEC? Shouldn't Gary Gensler get in trouble with all of this? Should he not have to step down due to his incompetence in the market that now just gave Sherrod Brown a false premise of the dangers of what an exchange damage could be done? This is what happens when no regulational oversight happens on top of these fucking exchanges. They're allowed to do whatever they want, including scam, bank, and fraud. You get rug pulls, all this shit because there's no regulations. And there's so much fucking workarounds on there. Oh, I just make myself a decentralized exchange. Well, what's the difference between a decentralized exchange and a centralized one? Well, one, it's all smart contracts. Okay, cool. Two, you can't use dollars. That's the big thing that they utilize for this decentralized crypto exchange. It just means that you have to use fucking cryptocurrency on there. I'm sorry, but it's still centralized. Somebody's still fucking running the code base on there, and somebody can still drain every account in those decentralized exchanges. That's why you always got to be careful with them. There are ones that are been around for a while, so you can at least trust them for 15 minutes. But that's about as far as I would go. You're still dealing with an entity that can change the rules of a smart contract at any time. It's not like they set these contracts up to, oh, I don't have to do anything anymore. No, they're still going to they're still adding stuff in there, taking stuff out of there. So obviously they have full control over this. And no, you don't get a say of what happens. These are the issues with the exchange side of it. So now the exchanges still have no regulations. And then with the decentralized ones because it's just an internet portal. Even if they were to block it, you just spool up a VPN and get around it. Now you're dealing with, you deserve what you get for playing in a market that has higher risks. That's just the problem with this. And they want to sit there and also pick out the low-hanging fruit. Korean cyber crimes, well, any kind of cyber crime, they want fucking crypto. Let's just be real about it. Drug trafficking, 90% of it's still done with cash. Human trafficking, 90% of it's still done with cash. And terrorist financing is still done 90% with cash. Why? Because cash is untraceable. Crypto is on a public ledger. Any criminal would be retarded to be using any fucking crypto for a payment structure when they can sit there and watch it move. Unless these people are high levels, high level security people that understand that how to make the crypto vanish, which I would say less than 10% of the criminals that are utilizing cryptocurrency know how to fucking do that. I would say less than 10% of the market can. Yeah, cash and banks, exactly. There are so many illicit fucking illegal shit that happens through a bank. Even with KYC, know your customer and anti-money laundering. There's still a shit ton of money laundering going on with banks. And banks are more than happy to work with the cartels. I'll repeat that again. Banks work with the cartels. Openly, they do this. There are a few banks that deal with the cartels in the billions of dollars. Does anybody stop those banks? Nope. Just saying. Just putting it out there. Exactly. They don't want folks to have mixers, and they don't want you to use any kind of wallets like Samurai Wallet or Wasabi. Exactly, Kyle Rosa. Exactly. They just go through and just pay the fine. They're like, oh, we got in trouble for doing business with them? Oh, you're going to pay, we have to pay $5 million. How much did we make, Fred? Oh, we made $35 million and we got a $5 million fine. Just pay it. It's the cost of doing business. Government wants their cut. I mean, fuck, dude. I look at, oh, God. Forget which bank it was. One of the banks out there fucking was taking out loans on its customers' houses, defaulted on those loans, and then the fucking they started foreclosing on those people's houses for the loans that the bank took out. It's like, what kind of shit's that? So yeah, they just, what they want is they want to make sure that people keep on getting loans from the banks, because as they get loans from the banks, and you could tell that being that Sherrod Brown is on the Senate Banking Committee, when he's done with the Senate, he will be hired in by one of the many banks that, because he's been sitting there doing favors for the central banks people, and this is just how it works. So of course, the banks are not in favor of crypto. The only reason why any bank wants to have anything to do with crypto is because they see that they can make money off of the users for having a trading desk, which still blows my mind that they are willing to be an exchange, a trading desk, yada, 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 when they're a bank, which is supposed to be lending, loaning, and storage. That's banking. Why the fuck are they in the financial district outside of fucking signing for fucking houses. And again, that's loans. Why are they outside of their realm? It should be loans, borrowing, and fucking holding cash. That's their business. They got in trouble in 2008 for fucking gambling, and they're doing it again. I'm just saying, there are fucking big economics people that are now calling that next year we might be entering into the next Great Depression. I mean, this is what happens when you inflate the M2 money supply by 40%. This is what happens. But since since Jerome Powell raised rates up by 0.5%, markets went down a little bit and have kind of stabilized out a little bit here. So S&P 500 is 1.5 points up. NASDAQ 100 1.5 points up about. The dollar has lost a little bit of its steam from the last couple of days. It's now only up 0.23%, so like 25, like a quarter of a percent. Dow Jones Industrial Average almost 1.6. The Russell 200 is almost up 1.7. So these are actually good recovery numbers for the market. It's like for me, this looks like a healthy outlook for the market, but we are also seeing that. Let's see here, the jobs rates here have been going down. So changes over last month, job openings are down to about 2% overall. Some industries are hit higher than others. Where they get their information from are kind of some shitty resources that they've been using for the last 40 years to hide numbers. So they will continue to do this. The numbers are a lot higher than what they're reporting here. So job openings down 2%. I would say there's only about 2 or 3% of job openings that I've seen out here. Maybe some of them have just stopped putting the sign up in their window now because nobody's gonna hire. They can't get anybody to hire in. But I think overall, we're probably they've stripped off about 7% of the jobs changed from last month. Got to remember that some of these jobs used to be just a singular full-time job that they split up into part-time jobs because they were like, shit, we'll take somebody even if it's for a half a day, a half a shift. We just need bodies. We need to throw any kind of body we can at this. Hiring plans are down at least 2%. Qualified workers are down 1%. I would say that's even higher. You go to talk to some of these people with what they say is qualified workers. They say that there's a shortage of fucking qualified workers, which shows that a lot of these workers are either stopped trying to get into the workforce or they've gone independent, where they're, it's side jobs, side gig, your gig economy. But that's why if you go into certain places, it seems like you're dealing with, I wouldn't call them dumb or retards. I wouldn't go that far. But I would say somebody that's grossly underqualified to do the job at hand, because that is that is the best that they can get to come to work every day. That's sad. Like my sister-in-law lost her $350,000 home in SoCal 10 years ago because the banker convinced a refinance, then 4x the rate on her after she signed. Oh, she got hooked on one of the, so there's I forget the name of the loan. There's a loan out there. It's a shitty fucking loan. It's a lock. a fixed interest rate loan. But you got to look at the terms of agreement and see when it fires up for the full amount of the interest and at how much. Because like I've seen those, they rip you in at a 2% interest, get you to sign, and then fucking before you can refinance your way out of that, it already jacked up, and you're dealing with 20% on a house, and that will fucking raise your payment up, 20-ish%, if it does that. Man, I feel real bad. Actually, it's not so much. I will only partially blame, because like my younger brothers are that next gen basically, and neither one of them have worked. My middle-aged brother still lives at home. He is a 30-year-old man. 30 years old and has never moved out. So for him, he's in Chicago. The price of living in Chicago, if you were to get an apartment in Chicago and actually have a job and have no assistance, I'm saying zero assistance from the state of Illinois, you would need to be making somewhere around $5,000 a month to really be able to afford it. Now, if you're willing to lower your living standard a little bit, you can go directly into the ghetto, and it'll cost you about just under $4,000 a month. A lot of people in the ghetto, they're making about between 12 and 16 a month. So do the math. They're in a deficiency already. These people can barely put a roof over their head, let alone eat 3 meals a day. There's a reason why the people in the ghetto are fucking, because the cost of living in the ghetto is too high. If these people realize that they can spread out to the urban city, into the suburbs, their cost of living goes down. But your job opportunities also go down. Your public transportation ability goes away. The further away from the big city, big city comes with big city problems. And the workers' wages, are one of the things that takes a hit in the big cities. So temporary workers are down 2%. Compensation plans are down 4%. Annual compensation changes are down 4%. So these are your benefits, guys. So health benefits getting shittier. You not getting a pay raise to adjust for inflation. These are things that are going to get even more heavily affected coming next year, guys, because they took the inflation genie out of the bottle. There's no putting it back in. None of these people have the balls to do what needs to be done. They are not going to pull a Paul Volcker. Paul Volcker in the mid 80s raised the interest rates high enough above inflation to actually tame the inflation genie back into the bottle. And then inflation is usually a lagging indicator. Inflation took another, give or take another 9 years. So right around 94, 95, 96, what Paul Volcker did finally started showing up in the market, because it's such a lagging indicator to be looking at where the 3-month treasury bills started hitting in, all that other stuff. Let's see here. So here's basically the M2 money supply. And if you look like right about the mid 80s, we were on a pretty big trajectory here. And then right at that 94-ish mark, the M2 money supply flatlined for a few years until basically Alan Greenspan gets in and comes up to here, right around 98 sometime. He puts the housing market into a bubble. 04, he helped further put the housing market into a deeper bubble. And then by 08, it collapsed. Lehman Brothers collapsed. There was like a whole bunch of stuff that came out at the same time. And the first thing that they could do is they printed the M2 money supply in end of 08 going into 09. And that basically wiped out at least 60% of the middle class when they did that, because it outpriced them. It put people that were in the bottom of the middle class and put them into the poorhouse instantly. And here we are in 2020. Look at this, all the way over here. It just climbs. And for the first time, we see M2 money supply actually rolling over. This is in the history of the M2 money supply, this has never happened, where it just fucking rolls over. This is going to be the contraction side of this, and when it contracts, it's going to contract hard, guys. So I hope everybody has their fucking life wraps going. I think in the next year, if not 2, we're fucked. There is no way that they're going to sit here and be able to put this inflation genie back into the bottle without pulling a Paul Volcker and actually getting interest rates above, I would say, 15% interest rates. Because the reason that the interest rates are there is to slow down the M2 money supply creation. We need higher rates to stop people from fucking taking out ridiculous loans. Right now, we have been in a bubble territory since Alan Greenspan, and Janet Yellen's not fucking helping at all in any way, shape, or form. Here it is. This is Paul Volcker. He got the federal funds effective rate consumer price index to start coming down, but it didn't come down until, like I said, it's a lagging indicator. He came in off the high, tightened everything up. The M2 money supply started dropping in correlation with higher interest rates. Here we are again. This is Alan Greenspan here. This is Alan Greenspan. Here is Janet Yellen. And then now we're dealing with Jerome Powell. We have yet to see how this is going to snap the other way. Because when it snaps the other way, we're screwed. And you can already see, and this is the Treasury bill market. The last thing you want to see is when the yields go up, it's because the money's garbage. This is going to be a sign that you want to be out of the Treasury market at this point. I hope nobody is in the Treasury market at all. This is where your money goes to die now. The Treasury market, they are on a major tear. It is an elevator going up. If they can't stop the inflation side of it, we're going to cruise right past the 1980 highs. When it goes to that 1980 highs, we'll still be far below the interest rates. Not interest rate, the inflation rate. The inflation rate will still be far higher than what the Treasury market is going to be. Is there an actual? Yeah. So here's what they're admitting to right now. That the inflation rate's at 9.1. This is if you take anything important out of it, your inflation rate's here. The actual inflation rate is right around 39%, 39, 40-ish percent right now. We are sitting in a hot fucking inflation rate. Now, even with this, even if you sit there and say that it's 7.1%, M1 money supply is blown through the roof. It's now contracting, right? Which when it's going to contract here, that means there's going to be more people that need to pay their loans. There's no new money coming into the market, no new pump going in. So now we're going to watch shit get expensive, guys. This is the market of where everybody was like, "Oh no, creating money doesn't have a negative effect." We're about to fucking pay the piper here on this one. All this new money that got created, they cannot keep going and creating currency. They know if they continue doing this path that we'll have hyperinflation by the end of next year. And if that happens, we'll be the richest third world country out there. And the our price, the way that we live today will drastically change. We'll be just barely being, our more important thing will be trying to put food on our table at least once a day. And it's coming, guys. There are people who are going to be making that decision. Do I put gas in my car or food on my table? Do I get new shoes today or do I put food on my table? We are heading into Weimar Germany with the way that they hyperinflated to pay for war. We didn't pay for just war. We're paying for a Ukrainian war plus paying for everybody not working for 2 years. We're going to have to pay the piper soon. And they know it. They know they can't keep pumping. If they go ahead and reverse course and kick the can down the road, oh, this is going to be bad, guys. This house that I'm living in now, if they go to kick the can down the road, will be almost $1 million house. And I'll still be broke. Oh yeah. It is crazy, Deadwood. Absolutely crazy with all of this. That was it. Wells Fargo. That's who. That was the bank that that took out loans on people's houses and then foreclosed on people. Yeah, Wells Fargo was taking out loans on their customers' houses, and they defaulted on them, and then kicked the people out for faulting on loans, and resold the houses. So Wells Fargo basically profited around, like, it was like between $20 and $30 million. They got like a $5 to $7 million fine. $257 miles a minute. So no problem. Oh yeah, I mean, that new apartments, they're expensive, dude. Expensive. $2,400 for a 2-bedroom apartment? Good God. A single 1-bedroom apartment for $1,200 is still more than I pay for my house. But the problem is that person that's qualified to get an apartment doesn't have the down payment for the house. That's the fucking problem. And then they get nickeled and dimed in the apartment, so they can never put away the money that is required. Because, like, if you're looking at a house, you should be able to put 20% down. If you cannot put 20% down on a house, don't fucking buy it. Period. You know, it's like we have to sit there and, like, if you got family members that are sitting there wanting to take out stupid loans, pull them off to the side and be like, okay, we're going to have an intervention here. Why? How much is this? Okay, how much is the rest of your bills? How much you make a month? This will add X amount of dollars to your monthly payment. How much are you paying per month? You know, and have them fucking look down and be like, oh, yeah, you have an extra $150 a month and you're trying to take out a loan that's gonna be $100 a month. That's gonna leave you with $50 to put food on your table and gas in your car. Good luck. This is what I see people doing. And then they wonder why they've got 12 credit cards, debts up to their eyeballs, and they're filing bankruptcy. This is why. It's like, people, if the way that I look at it, and it's the way that I've been kind of doing a lot of my stuff. So I bought these, right? $50. Just some Samsung earbuds. That's all they are. Nothing special, right? $50. If you can't afford 5 of them, you can't afford 1 of them. Now, I understand, hey, I can't afford 5 cars. But why do you need a brand new car when a used one that's a lot cheaper fits a little nicer into your budget, and you can sit there and make a payment on a vehicle that's a depreciating asset? The more you use it, the less money it's worth. If you buy a brand new car, you lose 10% driving it off the lot. Period. You lose 10% just titling it in your name. As soon as you put the title in your name, you lose 10% of the value. Because it can only be sold new once. So you lose that value. And every time you start that car up and put a single mile on it, it depreciates its value. So why would you want to sit there and spend $50,000, $100,000 on a depreciating asset that you're using every day? Just make sure the seat's comfortable. It's got heat, maybe some AC if you're in a hot climate. Does the radio work? This way you're not driving all that time in complete fucking silence. Does it have tires on? And then just do regular maintenance. You do not need a new car. This is the environment where you do not want to be fucking taking out loans, guys. People are going to this is the market that people fucking get screwed over when the fucking market rolls over, which it's a prime keg, a powder keg for this right now. It's like I drive a 94 4Runner and have a CJ, a 78 CJ7. Nice. I've got a 95 Ford F-250 diesel truck. I have an 84 Z28 IROC. I have a 76 Nova and a 74 Chevelle. And an 85 Porsche 928. But no, everything I have is paid for. I owe no fucking money. Except on a singular credit card. One credit card. I've had no real job for 2 years, and I still only have one credit card. Putting that out there. It can be done, guys. You just have to be willing to hustle. It's all about that hustle life. If you've got 2 days off, that's 2 days worth of hustling that you can maximize for some fucking good money. And maybe one day you turn your hustle into a career. And that's when you make the money that you don't feel like you're working. Diesel is still $4.50 again. Yeah, don't even remind me that the diesel is expensive. I'm just glad that a single tank will last me like 400 miles. Okay. I got, depending on how I drive, right? Because I got 2 tanks on the thing. I get anywhere from about 600 to 800 miles on diesel. Yep, and doing maintenance gigs for folks, making a few K and stretch it. Yeah, exactly. That's how it's supposed to be, and that's how, and that's the part of the economy that they're trying to kill right now. So guys, fucking don't be pulling out loans if you need. If there's a difference between a need and a want. You need to make sure your roof's over your head. You need to make sure you got food on the table. You need to make sure that you can continue to provide those things on a day-to-day basis. Whether you need a car or you need to have you're using public transportation. Whatever it may be, depending on where your living situation is. But certainly stop spending money on stupid shit. It blows my mind that some of my friends that they don't make shit for fucking money. But good God, they're out every weekend partying. Good God, they fucking have a brand new TV. They spend money on the stupidest shit. And they're like, oh, I got 0% interest. I got 6 months to pay for this. The fuck? And they wonder why a year later they're absolutely fucking broke. Absolutely broke. All of my friends have fucking declared bankruptcy. All of them. Except for fucking me. Now, thankfully, I've got a smart wife that fucking was like, no, you need to stop spending money on stupid shit. And I was like, yes, dear. Thank God I had a little bit of, otherwise I probably would have fallen into this debt trap too, because that's what they fucking teach you. I know, a lot of people don't understand needs and wants. Upgrading the motor, yeah, that'd be nice. Even going LP. LP is a nice little swap too, from what I understand. You guys don't know what that is, liquid propane. Yeah, I mean, people need to understand. It's like, fucking, you worked every day. You eat lunch every day. Brown bag that shit. You eat every day. Fucking brown bag it. $10 a day at McDonald's eating subpar garbage food, or spend $6 a day eating really good fucking food that's nutritious for you. And you won't shit it out in an hour. Yeah, that's why they no longer teach economics in school. Yeah, because they just want you to be. They want to teach you to become a good consumer. Hell yeah, LP is 60% of your power. You know it. So I hope everybody had, it's like Big Rome. He's like speaking some facts right now. You know I do. You know it. It's like, yep, stop buying sodas and foods at the gas station. 10x your cost in life for convenience. And take 10% of your life off for that convenience. It's like I say that all the time. I know, right? It's like, fucking brown bag your shit. Want to know what I'm drinking, guys? High quality H2O. Why? Because it fucking comes from the ground underneath my house. Yep, I'm on well water. Bro, I'm drinking water. I'm not drinking sodas no more. It's like nothing. I fucking, it's water. Occasionally I'll buy a little bit of fucking apple juice here and there. After that, it's water. Why? It's better for you. It's like you don't need to go to the gas station to buy it. If it fucking comes in a box and it's highly processed, you shouldn't call that a food. That's not food if it comes in a fucking box. Just saying. Possibly. I've looked into some of that. That stuff's pretty cool. Oh, Big Rome, that has to be one of my biggest pet peeves. I remember when I was a kid. Now, Big Rome, if you were like, I don't know if you were like, my mom was dirt fucking poor, so my mom was on food stamps whenever I was a kid, right? Food stamps back in the 80s, you were allowed to have so much milk, you were allowed to have so many meat products. They would give you fucking vouchers for fucking meat. You were able to get only so much meat, so much vegetables, so much milk, so much cheese. You were only able to get so much of the stuff. You couldn't just go fucking take your card, go slide it anywhere that accepts Link. No. Link was never fucking accepted at a gas station. Was never fucking accepted at fucking 7-Eleven. No. None of these fucking places accepted that shit. You had places like fucking Aldi's, Piggly Wiggly. These places, fucking Jewel Osco. These are the places that you would take your fucking food stamps to. And you were only able to get what was on that fucking voucher. We need to return back to that because there is no reason that somebody with a fucking food stamp should be buying a fucking Snickers bar. You're fucking poor. You can't put food on your table. Why the fuck are you consuming garbage? Sorry, that's my rant of the day. Hell yeah, Deadwood. I've done the same thing, dude, man. Facts, okay? If you've never eaten government peanut butter, it comes in a fucking giant can, dude. I'd never seen like big cans like that until my mom got it from the government surplus store, which takes food stamps. Just saying. But the first thing you want to do when you get government peanut butter is by the time you open up that fucking can, the oil has separated on top. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you get a brand new drill attachment that you would use to mix up a paint bucket. I know it sounds stupid, but hear me out. Get a good drill and just plunge that in there and just start spinning it. It basically helps mix up the peanut butter and puts the oil back into the peanut butter so it all tastes good again. I'm just saying. Just saying. Yeah, like fucking spackle. Yeah, stir the fuck out of it. You know it, Deadwood. Joe at Parthos, peanut butter was the worst. I've never heard of that one, DJ. Never heard of that one, my dude. Not heard of it at all. How are things in your neck of the woods? Hopefully everything is going good. Yeah, but like to see somebody take their link card out and go to fucking Dunkin' Donuts, the fuck? As soon as they get slid there, they should have their fucking link card fucking should just turn off permanently. You are now kicked out of the program. You are not buying food. Like, no facts. That's what my grandpa did. Exactly. It's like facts. I'm just saying. It's like people, when you've been dirt poor, wondering, where you're not if you're going to be able to afford food the next day, you get a whole new fucking appreciation. And then you look at people sitting there and abusing the programs that are out there. That's one of the reasons why I say a lot of these social programs need to be fucking ended. It's for the 1% of the population that actually utilizes the fucking system the way that it's supposed to be set up. You got 99% of the other people fucking abusing it and then fucking feeling entitled for it. You sitting there people want to say white privilege. No, I think it's social entitlement that's the fucking problem. Oh yeah, like cheese getting moldy. Granny would bust your ass for tossing it rather than cutting that shit off. Cheese mold, she said, she would shout. Oh yeah, dude, man, fucking mold. Cheese comes from mold. Mold is the. You can just cut that out of the way. I will 100%. I mean, unless you're dealing with shredded cheese is a little different because it gets over everything. But if you got brick cheese and a little section of it gets molded, you just cut that out. Done. Fucking people pay big bucks for fucking moldy cheese. I'm just saying. I don't think that a drug test should be really there for welfare. But I think that if somebody's on welfare, they should have the welfare officer that is, you know, they should have enough welfare officers for the people that are on the program so that they can sit there and do follow-ups with them, with the people. Hear me out. This is, you know, instead of fucking just giving stuff to them for nothing, let's fix the fucking problem. Why are they below the fucking poverty line? What's going on? You know, are they addicted to drugs? Are they fucking addicted to alcohol? Do they have a fucking shopping issue? Do they have a gambling problem? You know what I'm saying? Are they being extorted? This also does happen in certain communities. So, I mean, it's like, why are they on there? Let's address the fucking root cause problem. You know, a lot of these people I would say a lot of them are just having issues because they don't know how to budget themselves. Best intentions still can have fucking disastrous plans, right? Even with the best intentions. Sometimes you need somebody to kind of come up behind you. Hey, what are you making per, what have been your pay stubs for the last 6 months? Okay, this is your average pay between that per month. This is all the money that you have. Okay, now here's all your bills. Okay, this is your bills. This is your percentage of your income you have left. Now, what are you doing with this income and why do you need the stamp still? You see what I'm saying? Like if you're sitting, you know, if like you get paid and 2 weeks later you're broke, well, you know, before the end of the week, you're broke already. You know, you get paid on Friday and by Tuesday you're already broke. Let's figure out why. There is a reason for that. I came from the fucking ghetto. I can prove to you that, you know, anybody in the ghetto can fucking change their situation. It takes a little bit of hard work, a little bit of sacrifice. You're going to live a very boring life for a little while. You're not going to go out anywhere. You're going to watch all your buddies have fun. It's going to fucking suck. But you know what? When you get onto the other side, your buddies will still be going to the bar complaining that they're broke while you have money. And you're going on, with your family. You know, maybe you got a couple of kids. Spend $6-7 grand on a vacation with your family because now you can afford it. And you've gotten out of the ghetto. If I can get out of the ghetto, dude, I was a heroin addict. If a person like myself, 20 years ago, I was a heroin addict. Or more than 20 years ago. It was like about 23, 24-ish years ago. I was a heroin addict. I was sleeping on a fucking park bench. You cannot fuck your life up any worse. I never fucking got any help from anybody. I never fucking asked for food stamps. I hustled. Always hustled. That was just my mentality. No matter what, hustle, hustle, hustle. Might not have been honest all the time. My hustle wasn't the greatest. I went to jail for it. But you know what? I lived and learned. And I still never put my hand out for fucking money from other people. It can be done. Anybody can fucking do it. I mean, I just fucking lived on the street. I mean, I don't know what your situation is. Like, I lived in the project as a kid in the ghetto, 5 to 8 kids per house with single moms. Yes. What made me decide to change? I didn't want to be on the street no more. I hit my proverbial rock bottom. That's basically what it was. I hit my rock bottom. I was in jail and I sobered up in jail. I detoxed off of heroin in jail, cold turkeyed my ass. And I don't wish the withdrawal on fucking anybody. Heroin withdrawal was the absolute fucking worst. Absolutely the worst. It was about a week's worth of fucking, I felt like shit. I didn't eat. Sleep was like broken at best. I was fucking shivering, sweating. My digestive system was trashed. And I would just sit there and shake violently, fucking sitting there sweating it out of myself. All these brothers in the room, all the Latinos, all the brothers, fucking, they all watched me fucking just sit there cold turkey kick it in a week. I had no choice, right? I was damned if I was gonna fucking ask anybody for help. I said something on there like, "Hey, are you addicted to drugs?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm a heroin addict." The fucking the intake officer at the jail is like, "You're white. You can't be addicted." And fucking sent me on my merry way. I'm not even fucking shitting you. Yep. And in the VA, and I feel bad for any veteran. I really do. The VA has fucking abandoned the veterans. Veterans help out veterans better than the fucking than the VA does. That is for sure. Thank you, my dude. Thank you. It was rough, but when I detoxed in jail and I had that, you have that proverbial aha moment, and I'm sitting around going, I am nothing like these people in here. These are career criminals. Do I want to go down the route that these people? I had my choice. I was 18 years old and lock the fuck up. 18, almost 19. I was locked the fuck up. Yep. That was me, my man. That was me, Deadwood. 100%. Crack and heroin. All that shit. Done. I didn't drink for like a year. I didn't. Yeah, nothing. Yeah. I fucking like. And I completely shut down from the world for a year to kind of halfway find myself after that. I was very much lost. And then as I started kind of coming out of my little shell at like right after I turned 20, I started coming out of my shell, getting back to work and stuff like that. After dealing with legal battles and all of that stuff. And I got my head on right. And then I want to say probably about 8 months after I get my head on right, I met my wife. I mean, and you know, the rest is history. My life got fucking exponentially better because I finally had a teammate. Thank you, Big Room. Thank you, Big Room. '18, and I was owned by the Marines. Nice, yeah. Yeah, my dad was owned by the Army at 17, and my uncle by the Marines at 18 also. You just got to be, you have to be in that thing of, I want better. If you don't have that mindset of it's like Martin Luther, Dr. Martin Luther King. I have a dream, and I did. I wanted to be successful. Not this fucking multi-billion, trillion, gazillionaire type of deal. I just wanted to have a house, a nice car, the nice life. I didn't want to be this multi-billionaire. That was never in my thoughts. I just said I wanted to never have to worry about my bills again. I never wanted to have to worry about where my next fucking meal came from. And I guess that was like a really big driving force. And whenever I met my wife, we both had a very, our goals were aligned. They really were. And I think that's really what it is. People need to sit down and figure out what the hell they want in life. Stop walking around like a zombie. This helps you financially if you have a goal. And the Marines even teach you that. It's like, the Marines teach you to set goals, no matter how. Anybody in the military, any military will tell you this. Life's nothing but a set of goals, right? You got to have a set of goals, because if not, then we wouldn't have anything being done. So the first thing that the military teaches people is how to fucking make their bed. As stupid as it sounds, the act of making the bed. You got one small accomplishment done. It makes the rest of the day easier to make your bed. That is the fundamentals of the military. No matter what, you get up in the morning and you make your bed. Why? Because when you come home at night after a long workday, you come home to a made bed. It's not messy. You don't gotta worry about tossing the covers and finding the right position of the covers so you can get underneath it. You can merely just get underneath the covers. It's the stupidest task. But the military teaches you this. This is the first thing they want you to learn. No matter what, this is the number one thing. You're going to be in combat. You're not going to have a bed. You're going to have to make your bed when you're in combat? No, you're probably sleeping on the ground. Why are they teaching you this? To get the goal done. Nice. Yeah, I'm the black sheep of my family. I'm the first male in my family that didn't join. Yep. A made bed reflects into your mind and soul. Truth, Deadwood. Truth. And then the funny thing is the next thing the next two things that the military teaches you how to do, and it sounds stupid. They teach you how to clear a jam, because they want to make sure you can still continue how to fight, and they teach you how to carry a dead body. They don't need to teach you how to fight. That's the easy part. They need to teach you what happens when something goes wrong. When it goes sideways, it's then, at that point, you need training to know how to deal with it. And what do? You want to train for the worst situation, the worst possible outcome. Train for that. That's how people should be living their life too. Live life like tomorrow you're broke. So make sure you preserve today. Yep, same thing with a clean car. Yes. It's like train for the worst thing in your life. If you always train that tomorrow is going to be the worst situation possible, and you train every day like tomorrow is going to bring it to you, when it happens, you're prepared. And remember, whenever a military person goes into combat, they win not because they have a lot of men. You got to remember, a lot of the military special operation groups are a small little ragtag group of good men that are able to accomplish big things. Why? Because they've been training and preparing for the worst case scenario. And they have a plan. You make a plan and you carry out that plan. And then when something goes awry on that plan, then and only then do you react to that. But you react with it with the training that you have. This will help you in so many situations. This is why so many military men are really good in a lot of different areas than the regular non-military person. They are training for this shit. Exactly. Every Marine is a rifleman first. Exactly. And it's the same way with every military branch. You are a fucking grunt before you're a captain. You are an entry-level employee before you're the manager. You have to have the training. And when you go in even in the civilian world to be a manager, you're not getting training to fucking. You get small little training on how to fucking run a computer. That doesn't mean anything. They're gonna train you on how to deal with when something goes wrong. When everything goes right, the most incompetent person can run the show. It's when something goes wrong that you see the real leaders shine. Be a leader, guys. Be a leader. And if there's anything that you're willing to do, give it 110%. Because if you're giving it this much effort, that's what life's going to give back to you guys. I went through life a long time going like this. You put in little effort, and then you wonder why you fucking get overlooked on promotions. It's the guy that goes above and beyond that gets recognized 90% of the time. And if you don't get fucking recognized, move on from that job. If they don't recognize that you were one of the best candidates that they've ever seen, move on. They don't deserve you. That's how you teach them a lesson, by going, yeah, you passed me up on this promotion. I'm not waiting around for the next one. Either you got something for me right now, or I'm leaving. And just be like that. Find something else. There are plenty of places that are looking for good top tier talent. They might not all be able to pay you the top tier dollar right now, but you show them top tier performance, you'll get there. It just takes time sometimes. It's like respect, honor, and discipline. I actually need these reminders, bro. 100%, bro. People need to understand that, especially, and you can sit there and take that into anything. Respect, honor, and discipline. Be disciplined enough to do the job at hand. Honor the people who have taught you what you know, and respect everything that you have. Boom. Words of truth here, guys. Words of truth. So thank you, everybody, for being here. We're definitely over that that 1 hour marker, which is okay, because this is a good conversation. I like conversations like this. And I hope that everybody here got a little something out of that. If you did, certainly smash that Lizzie like button, guys. Subscribe, especially if you've made it through this conversation. I like having conversations like this all the time. Everybody, it's like I love to have you all part of the community. Down below, I've got links to the Discord. If you haven't joined, please join. If you would like to contribute to the channel, I do have a Patreon down below, and you can contribute. I got 3 different tier levels. If you are wanting to have rigs hosted at the facility at the Family Mine LLC, we just got back the contracts and everything like that, so everything is looking nice and spicy. But we should be getting all that going here very soon and starting to let in more people. We've got, I believe we have the second customer that has dropped some gear off. So we're slowly rolling people in. So don't worry if you're part of on the VIP list. You will have your spot. Don't worry. We will get to everybody in the VIP section first before anybody else gets to know about this. Okay, guys? You guys are getting the exclusive watching me build a company, me and Mikkel build a company from the ground fucking up. Like, been fighting continual migraines. Hey, man, fucking Deadwood, you ever need somebody to chit chat with, dude? I'm here. Hit me up on Discord. I'm always willing to sit there and chit chat. Too many times, fucking military members are forgotten that you know, every so often they need to talk to somebody that understands. Now, I was not military, but my whole family is either is or is retired military. I've had family in every fucking branch. At one point in time, I tried to get into the Air Force. So let's put it that way. And I just wanted to fly, but I was wearing glasses at the time, and they didn't offer LASIK surgery, so they wouldn't allow me to be a pilot. So there was nothing for me that I wanted to do after that in the military side. So I was like, if I can't fly, I'll stay in the civilian life. But yeah, I mean, if you need, you know, if any of you military guys are feeling fucking down on your luck, especially during the holiday seasons, fucking reach out to me, and if you need a chit chat. I might not have been in the same situation as you, but I have fucking seen pictures and fucking heard the stories directly from the fucking. I mean, my dad was Vietnam. You can it's still like fucking cracking open a highly armored shell to try to get any information about fucking Vietnam out of my dad. My dad does not fucking talk about it at all. And he saw some fucking wild shit. And then coming back to be spit on. That was like a real big kick in the balls whenever he came back and was getting spit on and getting called a baby killer. But the 70s was a hell of a time, wasn't it? Yeah, if you need to sit there and chit chat, dude, fucking hit me up, dude. I'm serious. I am serious, Deadwood. You military people fucking fight for the way of life that I got. You know, fucking, I'm here for you guys. He's like, non-vets, we don't talk. Yeah. Yeah, like, I've been able to get a couple of nom guys to sit there and chit chat about it. But yeah, my dad to this day. And if you go into my dad's service record, it shows him getting through basic training. And then it shows him teaching the weapons munitions program at West Point and doing weapons munitions testing. Everything in between that says that he was in Vietnam doesn't exist in his military record. It is completely blacked out. So according to the military, I can't get any information on what the fuck my own dad did. So all I can say is my dad did something fucking badass, and he is permanently scarred for life on it. It was probably the most horrific fucking thing that has ever been that man should ever go through. But what he got on the other side was he got himself a hella cushy job. I mean, and you probably know about this one, the Deadwood. You know the 40 millimeter recoilless rifle? My dad's unit was the one that tested those originally. He's like, oh, he did some shit. Yeah, exactly. 100%. He did some shit. 100%. Yeah, yeah. The only thing my dad has ever admitted to me on was that he was stationed Saigon. He was 82nd Airborne, stationed Saigon. That was all that he's ever said to me in the 40 some odd years that I've been asking. Ooh, I like the Mark 19. It's like, I love it. I mean, I get the, he talks about basic, he talks about West Point. That's all he does. So he doesn't look like he's traumatized from it. He doesn't do weird shit. So I'm not worried about my pops. My pops is in, I think his head's in the right spot. Like, oh yeah, he was in the shit. 100%. 100%. So thank you everybody for being here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end it here. Thank you for the great conversations, Deadwood. I love chit chatting with military vets and all that good stuff. It's like you guys are who provide the way of life for every American. So salute to you guys. My hat is off to all of you guys. Oh yeah. I've read the confirmed kill book that was from Nam. My dad has sniper stuff, but I don't know. Where on the list he came on that one for confirms. But yes, I've actually read the confirmed kill book, the 93 confirmed kills. I'm sure my dad probably knows the guy. But so to everybody, if I don't see you in the chat from here until Christmas, guys, Merry Christmas to everybody. And if I don't see you in the chat coming up to the New Year's, have a happy New Year's. Be safe, everybody. We know the police are going to be out there in full force. Do not partake too much in the Yuletide greetings with a lot of that alcohol. And get behind the wheel, guys. Either stay where you're at or call an Uber, guys. Don't risk getting putting your license in jeopardy just because it's a holiday event, guys. I want everybody to be safe, and this way we can start off next year with a fucking bang, guys. Let's do this, bang bang, and all that good stuff. Merry Christmas and all, and Supify, yes. Whoop, whoop, and all that good stuff. Thank everybody for being here, and peace out, stay savage, and may your watts be low, your hash be high, and I'll see you on the next one. Yo, FA! Everybody drop those FAs in the chat before I get out of here, guys. Well, it's now mandatory. We got one FA in here. FA and ho-ho hodl. Yo, ho-ho! Everybody drop those FAs! We need to spam those FAs in the Chizity chat, guys. Come on, don't leave me hanging here. There's 7 of you. There should be 7 likes, 7 smashed like buttons going on right now, and I should see 7 different people dropping those FAs because you guys are rated F for fucking awesome. Yo! We got Golden Wolf on the clutch coming in with those FAs. What up? Everybody drop those FAs in the chat before I get up out of here, guys. Should be 8 different people doing this. We got Golden Wolf making up for the 8 people. That's awesome. All right, since you guys, I must be putting too much pressure on you to be smashing that FA button and smashing those Lizzie like buttons, guys. So thank you everybody for being here and all that good stuff. There we go, Golden Wolf. He's making up for everybody. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Yo!